Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the green room. I don't know why we've made this room so green, but it's kind of cool, and it's pretty snug up here. I still have no idea what we're going to do with this building, and that's okay, because it's unrelated to my plans today. Hi there! Hello there! We need rabbits, dude. Rabbits are so cool. They're so silly and fat. I love their new model a lot. Now, last episode, we got the big blue in. Dog? To whomst do you belong? You are so gray? You're so very gray. Hold on. Okay, the F3 screen does not in fact tell you who is a dog owned by. There we go. You, sir, are owned by someone. Okay, I don't think the player name is included on them. Well, we are going to head back home, but I promise today is not going to be quite as much material gathering. Now, the first thing that I want to check back here at home is... What? Very awesome game crash aside, the first thing that I want to do is check for brown mushrooms, which I don't think I own. Okay, that does appear to be a correct assumption. I feel like I've searched my chest for them. I don't have them, so maybe... I guess we probably find them in the nether that we just came from. Right, let's just pick all of these. Now, we are going to hop down here and have ourselves a lovely stroll, I guess over to Cube's house. Man, more atmospheric buildings like that would just be awesome. I mean, ideally, I guess we'd be adding them to the mushroom area we've been working on, but we haven't really gotten into any major buildings yet for the mushroom area, so that'll definitely be something to look into quite soon, but I think today's plan is mostly going to be focused on pathways, so we're definitely setting up for that in the future. Anyways, Cube's house here, it does have brown, or not brown, it has podzol, and podzol means brown mushroom, which means brown mushroom. Now, I don't just want brown mushrooms. Can I grow these next to each other? Be real nice. I imagine I have to open up the one hole, right? No? Wow, it actually can't grow in that scenario. Okay, well, I mostly just want the brown mushroom block, but I guess I will take the stem as a bonus. Now, I'm almost certain we will use a ton of brown mushroom block in the future, but my main concern with it right now is just how well this fits in with packed mud, which is what our pathways are going to be made of. Just how far apart do these things have to be to grow? Okay, they have to be an entire 6 blocks apart. Growing multiple at a time just does not seem to be worth it. Now I think I am just going to chill out here and gather brown mushroom blocks until we fill out this top row. Alright, we are up to 9 stacks of... not mud just yet, but mud is the next thing we're going to work on. Before we get all the way to there, though, I do think... Oh, we have the little bees back! Oh my goodness, I love the little bees. The little bees are the best bees. Okay. Before we make it there... Holy crap! What did I just do? Okay. That's highly unusual. Okay, look, you gotta hear me out, right? Easy Harvest was not... it wasn't available, okay? So I got an alternative that looked like the same thing. I didn't know. Okay, don't get me wrong. Right-click harvest, love it, right? The different tiers of hoe have different strength. I think this might be excessive. I will most certainly be swapping that out for right-click harvest when I can. Okay, well, stunningly, even with all that, we only have about half the wheat that we need, but I did want to avoid taking too much out of our auto wheat farm. Alright, now let's go ahead and supplement the rest of the wheat that we need here. I definitely want to clear out all these seeds eventually. But that right there is 18 stacks of wheat, which we will then have to combine with... No, it's 16. No, it's 18. I was right the first time. Why did I correct myself? We will be combining them with dirt. That is what I was going to say before I rudely interrupted myself. Now, frankly, this process is kind of going to suck, even with the wonderful farm that we have right here. So I am 1000% going to cut you guys to the end here. Okay, I am finally at the end of the pile. This was two different This was 2 whole in-game days and like 5 or 6 iron shovels of just digging. It has been so much. But now we're finally at the part where I have to combine all of this in crafting tables. Okay, all the crafting is done. We have it, and this should just be an awesome little gradient here. I can showcase it here in the house if I put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks awesome. I feel like color-wise, the mushroom blocks actually land like in here. That could just be me, but I feel like color-wise it's kind of in between. But texture-wise, it definitely goes this, then this. I guess before we set off, I am going to get one more night's rest here at home. But it is pathing time. Okay. Now, the only path that I am sure of at this moment is the one coming from this building. But I have no plans otherwise. I guess that's what we're doing today, isn't it? Do we have a block that just stands out, nice and proud? I guess red mushroom blocks. They're very fast to break, and we could use them to outline where some buildings might go. Now, I guess I should maybe start with buildings? I'm definitely thinking we'll have more general little buildings like this, dug out like this one, where you come in, and it's really just a cozy home inside. But we don't have any villager specializations really, and I would kind of love to get a bunch of those in here. This is already a place that's getting lit up really well. Okay, well, I don't know if that's lit up really well, but we've got grid lighting going on underneath the torches here, and we will almost definitely continue that along a longer range, if only because it looks weird under the mushrooms if we don't. So, I'm thinking... Also, wait, hold on. Okay, you all heard that noise. That was the mod. Flashback. You know, the one that doesn't work, that isn't in this mod pack. Where is that sound coming from? Okay, I'm sorry, I hate listening to that sound all the time, and I don't get why it's a permanent feature of my computer to just make that noise at me. The mod isn't here anymore. Okay. I feel like we'll definitely have a building here, right? I mean, we want to avoid gridding up too much, so maybe something like this, and it can come over this slope and be a 2-story something. This would be pretty big. Ooh, we could have a cakery off branch here. You know, working in multiple sectors, I kinda like it, but a building maybe covering a span like this one should be pretty nice. I want to say that right there. So maybe another one. I could see this down here. This is like a really excellent little corner. The stairs come down here, the path comes around here. I don't want to keep the path square, but we kind of have over there. So I'm going to say this one probably maybe something circular. Alright, I have no real plans for this, but at some point we could build something there. over here, I feel like sun's got to go up on top of this hill. It could have been the one up, but nah. I like where the one up is. It's fine. Ooh, an observatory looking off this way. Observatory. This right here is the observatory. Don't let me forget it. Oh, when we build that, I am so playing the Super Mario Galaxy observatory. I love that music so much. Hi there, rabbit. I love you. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3 buildings planned. Something in here would be all right. It'd be... I don't know if I'd want to clutter that, actually, with the observatory going here. This place should probably be pretty spacey. Like, we're going to be building a lot of mushrooms in the middle. But at the same time, if we're to get all the villager professions, that would be a lot. Where would a shepherd go? I feel like... no, the shepherd wouldn't want to be near the snow. Also, wait, was that there? I swear that's been done by rock. Oh my goodness. This looks so cool. This is so cool, and he made it real droopy. It's a big droopy bridge over here. That is... What is up with the terrain over here? Has this also... This hasn't been done by Brock, has it? No. It's funny looking. No, but this isn't... Ooh. Oh, that is a god tier spot. Oh, this is where that's at. Oh, that has chunked a piece of the land out to exist. No, but this is such a good spot for something. That's where the tower was. He tore the tower down. I see. Ah, that's why there's a nice place open there. Lots of emerald ore. No, but this is great. Huge droopy bridge. That is exactly what I wanted to see. All right. Oh, and when you have the ambience as well, you can hear the wind whooshing by us as we're so high up off the ground. This could be a new fishing spot. I don't know why I had that thought. That's a stupid thought. This isn't a fishing spot. Bed. Okay. Pathing. That's what I said I was going to do. That's what we are going to do. Maybe I could see the path potentially splitting here, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it should, right? I could see a path running along here. Oh, but then it collides with that building. No. Maybe the path curves over this way, follows the terrain a little bit, but I kind of want a path hugging against here, and man, I don't know. My thoughts are very disjointed right now. I feel there should definitely be a building here. No, there shouldn't, because it blocks the... Oh. It is really hard to visualize what I want from this right now. Because I want a lot of mushrooms, right? We got the big ones. In fact, you know what? I just kind of want to talk about my plans here a little bit. Let's just hop over to creative. I just want to show you all. So here in my creative world, there's some sillies to be seen here where I've been designing these big mushrooms. Actually, a version... No, that's a stupid idea. I was about to say a version of the warp to where it's upside down would be cool, but actually that's just dumb. That's just bowls on a stick. Okay, my current plans, I was thinking of having tertiary palettes for each of the mushrooms, so they would all be... Is there a color wheel in here? Yes. No, not really. That's not a color wheel. Well, each of these would be a tertiary palette. Or, is not tertiary, triadic. Apologies. Okay, so like... These are triadic, right? They are all equidistant on the color wheel. I want to do that for each of these mushrooms. So this is where I've planned, like, this is orange. So over there you can see triadic orange, purple, and green. So we would have like orange, purple, and lime. And these would be the types of mushrooms that we build all around the orange mushroom, like so far out. So these big mushrooms would almost have their own sections of a type of mushroom. And of course, I think we'd need some variance in between as well. So rather than just having green, we would probably have like cactus green as well. So mix these in. Instead of purple, we could maybe get some of the deeper blues, or blue terracotta is actually a really good example here if I put that down. So we can have variance within that, but generally keep these hues. And that's kind of how I'm thinking that we keep the area very color consistent. Terracottas are just really good for like a dull version of the color. Actually, this is kind of a banger mushroom color as well. No, but we have like these colors around the red mushroom. I don't know about y'all, but I think I see the vision. Over here with the warped, I've kind of planned to have cyan purple and this kind of brown. Because if you actually take the warped flanks here and check out what the triadic colors are for it, you will get like a really kind of yucky kind of yellow, very gross yellow. So I've decided to just mellow that down into a brown. And I think this still, again, it maintains that general range of colors without really leaving it heavily. And if we have a giant brown mushroom, then it would have these same complements with it, since it is part of this palette. So I think these are kind of our color groups. So we have big yellow, and I know I kind of use cyan over here, and I have cyan over there, but whatever, dude. I didn't really like the blue because this right here is just a little too preschool for me, so I kept it at that. Maybe a light blue would be better. It does differentiate it from that. And this would be its own color palette as well if we build like a giant purple mushroom, which I really want to do. In fact, I kind of want the biggest mushroom to maybe be like magenta. Oh, I just had a brain blast. Okay, you all are gonna have to hear me out on this one, for sure. This is a wild one, but if I take out the clone tool here, I really just want to show this because I think it is the coolest idea ever conceived by man. Okay, so I have a very, very big thing here, right? Very big. Now, red and magenta and pink, and then like white, and now if I take the gradient tool, right? We take and delete the red wool immediately so that we can re-grab it, and then delete it again, and then we go back and then we re-grab it, and then we can plug these colors in and it will give us some in-betweens. Oh, hold on. Okay, I don't know if I'd use these exactly. We'd have to adjust. But down at the bottom of it, we use the red, right? And then as you move up, okay, concrete powder ain't gonna work, man. And as you move up the biggest mushroom in the area, the color would very slowly transition from like a deep fiery red into like a full-on white. Like, tell me, okay, all the coral died. Okay, I don't know if y'all are about to see the vision. But I think I genuinely have such a cool concept here. If I take the pen tool, what I can do, I could set up like these big off-branching paths. Hold on, I'd have to do them a little bit differently. Something like that, change the line to Bezier curve and make it a little thicker. We would have these like big off branches shooting off like that, right? And this thing is going to be huge because this is like the centerpiece of the entire forest. And then on each of these, we have... Okay, this is an extremely quick demo. Just like, are you seeing the vision? Am I stupid for thinking this could work? Or is there something here where the color is slowly transitioning? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe this is a weird and dumb idea. Maybe this is bad and stupid. I mean, it looked a lot better in my head, but also this is built in the span of like less than 5 minutes. So, you know, if I spent more than 5 minutes on it, maybe I could build something better than this. I don't know. It's a concept. All right, Look, I know, I got distracted, I went off on a huge tangent. I don't even have all that much time today, so that was a big waste of time. And I really don't know how much... oh, radiation shield just looks weird in there. I really don't know how much time in general I honestly have today, but we're going to build some amount of path, even if it is just this small stretch. Something will have been built by the end of today. Whoa, no way, guys, look at that. I built a path today. Look, we did it. This does look really good, though. I like this path a lot. I highly doubt we're going to be keeping it straight like we have done so far. But, oh, I'm just having a lot of trouble envisioning the pathways here. Maybe sometime later I could come up here, kind of take a picture and map out where we might want these to go. Or even get a picture of this before we put in all the big mushrooms that kind of block the entire line of sight, you know? I could easily take and just get the seed of this world. I know for a fact I want an observatory there, though. That'll be really cool. I don't like these guys, they're not really cool. A little bit of that, something in here, this feels to me like it would be a hobbit den sort of thing. Absolutely I want a little hobbit den. I have not built anything really much like that outside our original base, like back before our current home. I feel like maybe the sheep should go here. I kind of want to get a big sheep pen. I want a lot of sheep pen because we are probably going to use a lot of wool into the future. We already have like big sheep problems. We never have enough wool for these huge things and it takes me ages to get it all. So kind of like a rainbow sheep collection coming along here could be really great. I don't see it as much over here, and there's boring regular oak village, which I don't know what we're gonna do with that, honestly. No idea. But I think that's about all we have time for today, unfortunately. I just don't have a ton of time today, so yeah, I guess you all got a glimpse into my mind. We will end this episode where we started it, here in the green room, but maybe a little bit up, here in the cozy mushroom cap room. My shoulder will never be the same again. For the time being, I thank you all so much for watching, but for the time being, for the second time, but now for the third time, for the time being, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.